I am sorry, Amma. I think I need to be with Nia. I know this is painful, but I cannot keep living this lie.
Amma felt a wave of sorrow washed over her, but she also felt a strong sense of relief. At least now, the uncertainty was over.
Then go, Kofo. Leave now. Don't come back.
Kofo looked at her one last time, his eyes filled with regrets.
I am sorry, Amma.
He whispered before turning and walking out of the door. With Kofo gone, Amma had to face the reality of being a single mother. The days were long and challenging, but she found strength in her children and the support of her family and friends. She threw herself into her work and focused on creating a stable and loving environment for her children. The first few weeks were the hardest. The children missed their father, and Amma struggled with her own feelings of loss and betrayal. But gradually, they began to find a new rhythm. Amma made a conscious effort to be present for her children, to listen to their fears and reassure them that they were loved. She took steps to protect her financial future. With the help of a lawyer, she ensured that Kofo would provide for the children, even though he was no longer living with them. This gave her some peace of mind, knowing that her children's needs will be met. Amma's friends and family were a constant source of support. They rallied around her, offering practical help and emotional encouragement. Her parents, in particular, were a great comfort, reminding her of the strong, resilient woman she had always been. As the months passed, Amma began to find joy again. She rediscovered hobbies she had once loved, such as gardening and painting. These activities provided a creative outlet and a sense of accomplishments. She also started attending social events, slowly rebuilding her social life. One evening, while attending a friend's birthday party, Amma met Kunle. He was kind, attentive, and genuinely interested in her life. They struck up a conversation, and Amma found herself laughing and enjoying his company. It was the first time she had felt a connection with someone since Kofo's betrayal. On the other hand, Nia had achieved what she wanted. She had Kofo's attention and the luxurious lifestyle that came with it. But the reality of their relationship was far from the fantasy she had envisioned. Kofo was constantly torn between his guilt of leaving his family and his feelings for Nia. This tension created an underlying strain that began to erode their happiness. Nia noticed that Kofo was becoming increasingly distant. He spent long hours at home and often seemed preoccupied. The excitement and passion that had initially defined their relationship began to wane, replaced by a sense of unease and discontent. Kofo's guilt weighed heavily on him. He missed his children and the life he had left behind. He couldn't fully enjoy his time with Nia, knowing that his actions had caused so much pain. These internal conflicts made it difficult for him to be truly present in their relationship. Nia, sensing his detachment, became more demanding. She tried to hold on to him by any means necessary, but this tactic only pushed him further away. Her jealousy and need for constant reassurance began to wear on Kofo, who felt trapped between his responsibility and his desires for freedom. One evening, after yet another argument, Kofo decided to take a break. He left Nia's apartment, needing some time alone to think. As he walked the streets of Oregon, he reflected on the choices he had made and the consequences of his actions. He realized that his relationship with Nia was built on a foundation of deceit and manipulation, and it couldn't sustain true happiness. While Kofo was contemplating his next move, Nia received an unexpected visit from an old friend, Ajoke. They had grew up together, but Ajoke had always been the more sensible and grounded of the two. As they talked, Nia confided in Ajoke about her troubles with Kofo. Ajoke listened patiently, then offered her perspective.
Nia, you have been chasing a dream, but at what cost? You have hurt your family and yourself in the process. Maybe it is time to let go and find your own path, one that does not rely on manipulating others.
Nia was taken aback by Ajoke's bluntness, but her words struck a chord. She realized that she had been so focused on achieving her desires that she had lost sight of her own values and integrity. She had become someone she barely recognized. After Ajoke left, Nia sat alone contemplating on their discussion. She knew that she needed to make a change, but it wouldn't be easy. The lifestyle she had grown accustomed to was tempting, but it was also a trap that kept her from finding true fulfillment. The next day, Nia decided to end things with Kofo. She sat him down and told him that their relationship was over.
Kofo, this isn't working. We are both unhappy and it is time to move on. I need to find my own way, and so do you.
Kofo, surprised but relieved, agreed.
You are right, Nia. This has been a mistake from the start. I need to focus on my family and making things right with them.
Nia watched as Kofo left, leaving a mix of sadness and relief. She had let go of the illusion she had been chasing, but she also felt a sense of liberation. For the first time in a long time, she felt the possibility of starting afresh on her own terms. Months passed since that decisive evening. Alma's life had settled into a new normal. She was flourishing in her career, her children were thriving, and her art had mended in unexpected ways. Kunle had become a significant presence in her life, not as a replacement for what she had lost, but as a companion on her journey forward. He understood the complexities of her past and embraced her and her children with open arms. Together, they formed a blended family filled with love, laughter, and shared dreams. As for Kofo, he had dedicated himself to repairing the fractured relationship in his life. He had taken steps to mend the bond with his children, recognizing that trust and forgiveness would take time. But every moment spent with them was a step towards healing, a testament of his commitment to make amends. Alma had forgiven Kofo not because he deserved it, but because she refused to let bitterness consume her. She had learned that forgiveness wasn't about absolving him of his mistakes, but about freeing herself from the burden of resentment. On her part, Nia decided to leave Oregon and move to a smaller town, where she could start afresh. She found a job and began to rebuild her life, focusing on her new growth and happiness. But Nia's manipulation and betrayal couldn't simply fade away without consequences. As she navigated her newfound independence, the repercussions of her past deeds came knocking at her door. One day, as Nia was immersed in her arts, she received a letter. It was from Kofo's lawyer, informing her that legal action were being taken against her for her role in the dissolution of Kofo's marriage and the emotional distress caused to his family. Initially, Nia was taken aback. Her instinct was to fight back, to justify her actions. But as she read through the legal documents, she couldn't shake the weight of her guilt. She realized the extent of the pain she had inflicted upon Alma and her children, and she knew that she needed to take responsibility for her actions. Reluctantly, Nia sought legal counsel and eventually agreed to a settlement. It was a substantial amount, one that served as a tangible reminder of the harm she had caused. The financial burden weighed heavily on her, but it was nothing compared to the guilt and remorse that dawned at her conscience. As she reflected on her past choices, Nia made a vow to herself to never again manipulate or deceive others for her own gain. She recognized that true fulfillment could only come from living authentically and with integrity. Though the road to redemption was long and lonely, Nia was determined to make amends. She volunteered her time and resources to organizations that supported families affected by divorce, hoping to offer a glimmer of hope to those who, like Amma and her children, have been hurt by betrayal. In the end, Nia's journey towards redemption was a solitary one, marked by moments of introspection and self-discovery. But with each step she took, she found a sense of peace and purpose that had eluded her for so long. And though she could never fully atone for her past mistakes, she was committed to building her future grounded in honesty, compassion, and genuine connection. Thank you for watching another of our video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Also subscribe and turn on your notification bell to get notified when we drop our next story. See you on the next one.